Karels, and I'm chef owner of Open Kitchen. And we're here today in our home kitchen, Raven's Nest, for a very special and fun recipe. Who here has heard of or made stone soup? Well, legend has it that a traveler was traveling the countryside and he came onto a town and he was very hungry. And he walked into the town, but he was a proud man. So he didn't really want to ask for any food or any handout, and he didn't have any money. But guess what he had? He has some very creative ideas. And so he came to the townspeople, to the plaza, and he just started talking to people. He said, you know what? Have you ever had stone soup? And one by one, the people of the town said, no, we've never heard of stone soup. And he said, you know what? It's a really, really excellent and tasty soup. And so people were gathering around him and he said, I'll show you how to make it. He said, give me a pot, a fire, let's set up some firewood and burn, put together a fire and bring me some stones that are clean and some water. And there you have your stone soup. So the town people brought him some stone that they collected, and they washed these stones very carefully. And then they brought him some water. And he said, okay, let me get the pot going over some hot wood, burning wood. So he slowly put the stone in the pot, and all the people were gathering, and they called their friends and said, there's this guy in the plaza making stone soup. So there, he was heating up the stones and he was tasting the stone. And after a bit, he said, well, it's pretty good, but I'm thinking that it could really be better if we have some vegetable. Does anybody here in the square know of a farmer or is a farmer who can give me some vegetables? So he called out to his audience, and lo and behold, we have a farmer. Oh, Farmer John, look at this. Wow, awesome. We have awesome vegetable. Thank you so much, Farmer John. What do we have? We have zucchini. We have parsnip. Oh my. We have zucchini. Carrots. Oh my gosh, look at all this carrot. We have celery, potatoes, and I think this is a sweet potatoes, but it's a white sweet potato. And all these awesome herbs. We have bay leaves, we have thyme, we have rosemary. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So the traveler proceeded to cut up all of the vegetables, and he is going to put them into the pot. And so the traveler cut up all the vegetables in front of his gathering audience on the plaza, and he put it in the pot with the stones and the boiling water. So now all the gathering audience were amazed. They're like, oh my gosh, look at this traveler. He's making stone soup, and we've never seen anyone do this before. So he puts it in, and it's looking good. It has all the great vegetables, herbs, thyme, rosemary, and bay leaves. So he let the pot go for a bit over the fire with all the goody vegetables that are very, very healthy. And after about 5-10 minutes, he tastes the soup again. And everybody was like so curious. They were like, oh my gosh, is it ready? Is it ready? We want to have this stone soup. So he tastes this. He's like, oh my gosh, this is really, really good. But you know what? It could be better. And we want the best soup, right? So he said to his audience, all of the gathering townspeople. He said, you know, is anybody here? Does anybody have a shop, like a grocery store? If so, can we possibly get some goodies from the grocery store? And you know what? Oh my gosh! There's shopkeeper Mary. And what do we have here, shopkeeper Mary? We have vegetables stock. We have some black beans. And we have plum tomatoes. Oh my gosh. So the traveler's like, this is awesome. We're going to put it all in, and this soup is going to be out of this world. So he proceeded to open up. He said, hey, does anybody here have a can opener? And so they do. And he proceeded to open up the cans and put some more attention to the soup. So the traveler found a can opener, and he was able to open these goodie cans from the store shop. Keeper Mary, thanks so much, shopkeeper Mary. And you know, he told the townspeople, he says, you know, this stone soup has had enough time cooking, and the stone has done its business. You know, so now I think I'm just gonna fish out the stone and put the rest of all these other goodies in. So the townspeople said, oh, that makes sense, right? So the traveler fished out the stone, and everybody that the plaza is now gathered with more people. There are like hundreds of people looking to see what this traveler's doing. So he has now this awesome vegetable stock from shopkeeper Mary, as well as this black bean can. He's putting it all in. And the tomatoes. So he is now, this is getting very full. He's cooking it some more, and he's stirring this, and he said, well, let me taste. And actually, some of the townspeople said, well, can I taste too? And he said, not yet. Just be patient. It's almost done. So he proceeded to taste, and everybody was like gasping for, what is he going to say? Wow, he said, this is amazing. But you know what? I think it's needing one tiny bit something else. And I don't know what that is, but does anybody here happen to have any like chicken? Does anybody have some chicken that we could put in here, and then we can finish the soup? So lo and behold, we have neighbor Ben. Oh wow, neighbor, what do you have here? These 2 drumsticks. Wow, I think this will do the trick. So the traveler put the drumsticks in, and he proceeded to add more wood to the fire, and he let the soup kind of cook a little more, and everybody was getting like chairs out. They brought some bread, they brought some bowls, and they got also some musicians came out, and it was just like a big party on the plaza. So after about 15-20 minutes, this soup is smelling so amazing. Everybody was just getting really hungry with their bowls in hand, and the travelers like, oh my goodness, what is all this yummy, beautiful soup? Look, it is a beautiful color of all of the vegetables that are from Farmer John, as well as all the herbs. And then we have shopkeeper Mary with all of her generosity of her canned goods and her vegetable stock. And then we have Ben, the neighbor, who came and gave us some of his delicious drumsticks for us to keep this broth going. And so everybody was just so appreciative and was looking forward to eating this soup. And so the townspeople are waiting. The smell is awesome. And the traveler says, okay, let's be patient. Let's kind of cover this soup. Listen to some music that we have here on the plaza, and give it some time share some friendship, hear some music, and then we will have this stone soup to have for dinner. So everybody said, hey, that sounds like a great idea. We're gonna have a fun evening with music, with friendship, and we can partake in this awesome soup. So the soup is boiling away and everybody is with anticipation of what this soup would taste like. They're listening to music, they're hanging out, talking to their neighbors, people who they've never met before on the plaza. They're making friends, and the traveler is feeling so happy that he's amongst all these amazing, beautiful people having this soup that he invented. And so everybody came forth with bowls in hand, and he was like so happy to dish out this awesome looking soup with all the beautiful vegetables and these great drumsticks that will be shared amongst everybody. And everybody taste, and guess what everyone said to the traveler after they tasted? Wow, Mr. Traveler, we have never enjoyed such a beautiful day with our friends, with our neighbors, and with you making this beautiful stone soup. And so, what's the meaning behind this story? It's that sharing, bringing together all these wonderful ingredients makes a great soup. And so we hope that you will be kind to each other, be loving in sharing whatever you have, and together we can make a beautiful stone soup. And for those who will be doing this at home, make sure you clean and wash your stones, and then you can take them out at the end before you have your actual soup. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this video.